Now, Draghi, who had initially been something of a skeptic about sanctions before the war, but of course he swung round all the others, as they all did, and he went along with the sanctions. I think, like a lot of people, he assumed that Russia would break under the sanctions very quickly, and Putin would fall, and we'd be able to lift the sanctions and declare victory, and all would be well. Well, I think that Draghi miscalculated, as all of the others did. We see growing pressures on Italy's economy. And, of course, if interest rates start rising, that's going to be a major, major problem for Italy, which has so much debt that it needs to pay. And if the interest on that debt, it grows, that's going to risk a financial crisis in Italy. So Italy is in a bad way. And, of course, it's also a very, very heavy user of Russian gas. I believe it's second only to Germany in its use of Russian gas. So Italy's coming under a lot of pressure indeed. And with autumn and winter looming, I mean, they must be getting extremely concerned about this in Rome. The question is, what do they do? I think whilst Draghi is there, he is so steeped in Europeanism, globalism, all of the rest. He personally will never break with the European consensus. Whilst he remains prime minister, Italy will just continue along these lines. But in Italy, Draghi is expected to go anyway. It could very well be that sometime around autumn, winter, things will break. And then, of course, if Italy breaks, as you rightly said, it's a big power. It's a very big power in terms of its population, its industrial might. It's got the biggest industrial base in Europe after Germany's. And, of course, if Italy flips, the whole thing falls over. I don't so much think that Italy will flip. What I think is more likely to happen is we're going to have weak governments in Italy, a massive financial crisis there, and that will also work to undermine the whole stability of the euro. And that could very well lead in itself to a euro collapse.
Yeah. And I hear the IMF doesn't know how to deal with Italy either.
No.
It's just too big.
No. Well, they've kicked this can down the road. Yeah, they've kicked this can down the road so long, so often, that this already big can has now grown to monstrous size. It's grown to such vast size, it will overwhelm them.